You just want to go crazy, like it started just breaking up stuff. Like, please finish my house. The Queen V is a book that I've written that really has come from years and years of practicing OBGYN. But I thought this is the perfect time because we're in that era where women are so disempowered. And I wanted to use this book to get that empowerment back because, you know, we talk about an epidemic of loneliness, but we never talk about this epidemic of disempowerment where women are not made to feel like their feminine health is the most important thing in the room. So I hope when you finish reading the book that you would be able to speak up about feminine health and that you would be able to protect that most important part of your body so that nobody could ever misuse or abuse that again. So I want to give power back to the Queen Bee. We went through a whole list of names, you know, if the vaginal walls could talk, but you can't always say vagina in all places. So we probably couldn't plaster vagina on the book. So we used something that was soft and feminine but powerful, Queen Bee. I think the hardest thing I had growing up was actually getting my period. Nobody talked about it, and I think I talked about it in the Queen Bee when I said we would hide the pads so nobody could see it. And didn't realize having a period was just a part of being a woman. Women are embarrassed to go in a store and pick up tampons. Now I'm like, pick it up and go, without this period, you would not be here. Looking at a woman doesn't tell you a lot about her vaginal personality. When they start to talk or not talk or hold back or they're embarrassed to say certain things, you kind of go, Or for the girl, when we talk about the coochie chondriac in the Queen Bee, who comes to the office and everything scares her. And it has to do with her vagina. It's like, I got a common cold. You think I got a yeast infection? And then you have your notorious VAG. She is open and proud. In the book, I talked about one notorious VAG who was, she called herself a general manager of a basketball team. She's like, I got 5 players on my team. I'm the general manager, I have a captain, and I have 4 other players. And if they don't act right, I got 3 in reserve. And you're thinking, and you're telling all this. Okay. Yeah, you can tell who they are by when they talk and how they act.
Who in Married to Medicine cast would you recommend read your book?
Well, I would start with my good girlfriend, Simone. Simone is a freak outside, but you take her behind the walls, she is not a freak. Simone is probably going to be a sanctified snatch, where she's not going to say the word too much. Heavenly needs my book. She's always having sex and not having sex. Heavenly needs the book. And now that Quad's single, Quad needs to get the book so she can learn what to look for, because I talk a little bit in the book about the King P. You know, you got to look at it and see what he's made of to make sure you can introduce him to your Queen V. So we'll give Quad a copy. I think everybody on the show needs a copy for different reasons. Andy's a businessman all the time, and he gave me great advice. I'm so excited that he could see in me something that I really wanted to bloom and blossom out, and gave me an opportunity. But he's about the business. It's, you know, deadlines are deadlines, no excuses. He's fun, he laughs about it, he checks in on you. So I've enjoyed that side of Andy.
Well, a normal semen analysis would have more than 15 million per ml. So when they looked under the microscope, they only saw 3 sperm that were swimming.
What?
We would make Joe feel like it's okay, that it's okay, we can get your sperm count up. And we'd ask questions, you know, Joe, boxers are brief. You want to let the jewels breathe, so let's go with breeze. And make sure he is not hanging out in the hot tub all day, heating up the boys so that they can stay alive. And then marijuana can lower your sperm count, making sure now we're not having any medical needs for marijuana. So we'd ask questions, and then there are medicines that you can give some men to increase the sperm count. So Joe has hope. A low sperm count is fixable, Joe.
Do you want threesomes with another girl or another guy?
Girl, only girl. And it's only for monument birthday.
That is okay if they're both okay with it, but be safe. You know, make sure you know who your third-party player is, and that if he or she has been tested, and just make sure you know them well or use protection.
You know, who has a surrogate? Like, I'm from the Bronx. Like,
this is definitely not the norm of what I have grown up to know,
right,
you know, to have a baby. But the way we had Ace is not the way
That's true,
that
too.
we grew up to know to have a baby either.
I think surrogacy is a gift, and I've been involved with several surrogates who, of course, gifted the parents with a lovely baby, and seeing that process takes a special person. And, you know, Candy was reluctant at first because she didn't understand the process, but I believe in all you're getting. If you get an understanding, you have power. So once she understood the process and she knew the egg was hers, the sperm was his, and this is your baby, but somebody else is carrying the baby, she was good with it. I actually opened up a surrogacy agency called Surrogacy Miracles Consultant, and we're doing it now because it's such a gift.
After many years of careful deliberation, a fair amount of prayers, and the benefit of science, if all goes according to plan, in about 6 weeks' time, I am going to become a father. Thanks to a wonderful surrogate who is carrying my future.
Everybody who wants a baby should have a baby. And, you know, if it's same-sex men and they want a baby, it's their baby. It is your baby.
Jewish girls don't get blowjobs.
Really?
Yeah.
My husband lives on blowjobs too.
What?
Yeah.
But I love sex. I don't love blowjobs.
What about him going down on you?
Never has happened.
Oh, that's it. I'm done.
We do talk about that in the Queen V, is having an open conversation, and whether oral sex is for you or not, is have that communication with your partner, and then you have to get creative. So, okay, I don't do blowjobs, but man, can I give a great hand job. So just gotta find an alternative to it, or, you know, they have all kind of toys out there. You can read that in the Queen V as well.
Do they have happy ending places for women?
Yes.
Happy ending for
no,
women?
but I mean, like, Aaron had never had a happy ending, and we were on the hunt.
For one? You wanted one?
No, I wanted him to have one.
You wanted to let him get a massage with a happy ending?
Yeah.
What? You want him to have a happy ending?
He's the only guy that I had ever been with that never had one. I'm like, you have to try it.
A happy ending, just to confirm, is a hand job.
Yeah, at the end of the massage.
As long as she was the happy ending, I'm good with it, right?
No, someone else.
Oh, okay, no. I mean, what's good for Denise is good for Denise, but I don't do happy endings in my house. I'm the happy ending. But, you know, what we do know from the Queen V, though, is you have to be comfortable expressing your feminine health any way you want to. If he was happy and she was happy and everybody was safe, go for it.
I'm turning 32 tomorrow.
30s is your prime.
Yeah,
like
I agree.
sexually,
I
like
love my
everything.
Oh, I don't have sex.
What?
No. I don't want anyone looking at or touching my vagina. I'm very weird about it.
every day.
Everybody needs a good counselor in their life. And so if you're having some body issues, there are people who can help you come to grips with why is that the case, and sit down and talk to somebody. You know, call me if you need to. We can help her out. And we talk a little bit about the Queen V, that everybody's queen does not look the same. Whether you have a tulip or a carnation and she kind of blooms out, it's okay. They all will serve the same purpose, procreation and recreation.
Are you okay?
I don't know. When I went to see Simone, I don't know. It was just like I had just finally got to that place where I was okay. And then we did an ultrasound and I see nothing there. I was just like, okay, maybe I'm not okay. It's just the fact that you go through the process of being pregnant and all of a sudden it's like you're not. And it was just like, oh. Like now I feel like I'm gonna be like extra sensitive, not want to tell anybody.
Well, I try to teach with education in that 75% of first trimester losses are genetically programmed incorrectly. And sometimes what seems like a loss really is not a loss, and to understand that it may have been God protecting you from something, and not having a baby at this point in your life doesn't mean you can never have a baby. And with Buffy, there are so many options. Surrogacy now is the big topic in everybody's home, so you can get a baby, whether it's adoption, using your own eggs, donor eggs. There are so many ways to get a baby now.
What are your thoughts on pregnancy packs?
Well, I think pregnancy is hard. I know, watching women go through that's a hard job, physically, mentally, emotionally, and so having a good girlfriend who can go through with you and shop with you and work out with you and have the same back pain you're having and call her up instead of your doctor at 3 o'clock in the morning about your round ligament pain works great for your doctor. But, you know, make sure everybody's happy with that, because just like we talked about earlier, if there's a loss in one and the other one's not, how are you going to feel with that? So it's a little dangerous when you make a pregnancy pact.
Live a lot longer
Wow.
I think people forget to have fun. Like, you got to be able to laugh about certain things and don't take it all so serious. So what if it wasn't for you, just eat this end of the cake. But if you just have fun, be happy and healthy, and eat that in if it's okay. I was very nervous going into the reunion because I felt like I was in the hot seat all season, from the top of the season to the bottom. And it was so important to me that Buffy could hear and receive that I wanted to articulate my sincere apology for what really was a misunderstanding for me, because it was never intended to hurt or harm her. And just being able to get that out and see that she received was like cathartic. I got that out, I feel better about it, and to see she accepted that apology was good for me. Some of the other things, I think those relationships will continue to be a ping pong ball back and forth. Simone and I are definitely working on getting back to a better place and becoming that threesome again that we had with Heavenly. I do think we left with some fractures, but just like bones, all fractures will heal. We decided that we would move back into the basement. If you had to see a baby come together and the heart go, oh, it's hard. So we hope and pray 6 weeks.
What's been the most challenging part of the whole thing?
Is the contractors not coming every day. To see them tear out a wall and it stays like that for 3 days. Or to see them misuse your house like it's not a real house. I was just teasing with the ladies earlier, to see them go to the bathroom in a water bottle and leave it there when you come home. Oh my God. Yeah, it's been a process.
I'm Dr. Simone, and this is my husband, Cecil. To subscribe, click here. For more videos, click here.